the texting and driving assembly. So just to start off with a little introduction, over 4,000 teens died last year due to distracted driving. We can all do our part as a student body to keep each other safe. So now enjoy this video we have for you.
Know what we need? Music. Shouldn't you have your seatbelt on?
It's just the back street. I don't need it.
Trauma code to the ER, please. Trauma code to the ER.
Hi, guys.
Hi. We've got an 18-year-old male. He was out exercising when he was struck by the vehicle of a distracted driver. On our arrival, we found the patient partially through the windshield of the vehicle.
Was he alert and oriented upon your arrival?
Initially, he answered our questions by asking repetitively what happened. However, there were other times where he didn't respond to our questions at all.
Okay.
We extricated him from the vehicle's windshield. We placed him in a cervical collar and started an 18 gauge in his right AC. On our initial trauma assessment, we found that he has severe facial trauma with a possibly compromised airway. He has deep lacerations to his chest and his face. We've attempted to control the bleeding, and he has vital signs as follows. He's got a blood pressure of 90/62. He's got a tachycardic heart rate at 128 with the weak threaded pulse. He has respirations that are rapid and shallow at 26 and a temperature of 97.4. Nothing else significant on our assessment.
Great, thanks you guys. Hi Matt, my name's Nicole and I am your nurse. You're in the emergency room after being hit by a car. Can you hear and understand me?
Oh, what happened?
You were walking across the street and got struck by a car. You're now in the emergency room and I've put an IV in your arm and we're going to draw some blood and give you some morphine to help you with the pain.
Matt! Oh my gosh! Matt, is he going to be okay?
Ma'am, we need you to step to the side.
I'm his girlfriend. I'm going to stay here.
I'm Dr. Porter. I'm going to be taking care of him. What's your name?
I'm Caitlin.
Caitlin, how are you related to Matt?
I'm his girlfriend.
Okay, and for us to take care of him, we need you to step over here for just a minute so we can get the things done we need to do, okay?
Okay, thank you.
We're going to take good care of him.
Okay.
Matt, I'm Dr. Porter. I'm going to be taking care of you today. We're going to need to get some x-rays. We've got you on these spinal precautions, and we aren't going to be able to remove them until we have more information about what's going on with you. We're going to have to also probably get some blood drawn on you as well.
Oh, I just hurt.
Matt, I'm concerned you could have some internal bleeding. I think we may need to draw some blood and possibly a transfusion. Let's go ahead and get a type and cross going on him, Justin, and go ahead and get a full trauma panel on him as well. Let's go ahead and get him recumbent. I think that blood pressure, we need to have him lying flat at this time. Matt, can you squeeze my fingers a little bit? Okay, try over here. Squeeze as hard as you can. I'm going to be checking down here just to make sure you don't have any fractures or anything down here that we need to be concerned about, Matt. Leslie, we're going to have to transfuse him. He's already losing too much blood. We go to the blood bank and get a unit of, it looks like he's already matched for A positive. Go ahead and bring that unit to us. Hang it as soon as you get here.
Matt?
I'm his father. What's going on? Matt, are you okay?
What's your name?
My name is Sean.
I'm Dr. Porter. I'm taking care of Matt.
Is he doing okay?
He's very ill. He's been in a serious accident. We're going to have to probably give him a transfusion. Do you know what that is?
Yes, I do. Is that bad?
Well, there's risks associated with that. Yes, it is that bad. Let's go ahead. I can talk to you more about it in here, okay?
Okay.
All right, Leslie, let's match the blood.
Name, Matt Logan.
Matt Logan.
Date of birth, 2/5/95.
2/5/1995.
806.
806. 2345. Let's get this blood hung and let's get it infusing.
Hello. Is this our distracted driver?
That is correct.
Okay, we've got trauma room 2 set up for you.
Excellent. This 16-year-old female was the driver of the vehicle. She was not wearing her seatbelt. Upon the accident, was partially ejected from the vehicle. When we arrived on scene, she was unresponsive. We had to use the jaws of life to get her out of the vehicle. She has a partially severed right leg, applied compression to be able to control the bleeding. Got an IV established, and as bolus has been given, vitals are, she's pulse, a BP of 80/48, pulse of 168, respirations of 28, and a temperature of 96.8. So pupils round and reactive. She does have a superficial laceration to the head and the neck. She's been tachycardic, irregular, and thready. Respirations have been shallow, rapid breathing. And she has had some significant blood loss, approximately 800 milliliters is what we estimated at. And GI and GU, no significant findings.
Okay, thank you. Hi, Anne. My name is Nicole. I'm going to be your nurse. You were in a bad car accident, and you've been brought to the emergency department. How are you feeling?
Oh, I hurt so bad.
And I'm Dr. Jones. We're going to be taking care of you today. I understand you were involved in a serious accident and actually ejected from your vehicle. I need to do an exam. Most importantly, take a close look at this leg. It looks like you've had a lot of damage there. Can you tell me on a scale of 1 to 10 how much pain you're in?
Oh, it's a 10. It hurts so bad, and I'm so cold, and I've been shaking. What's going to happen?
Well, we're going to take care of you. Let's go ahead and give the patient some pain medication now. 4 milligrams of morphine. Yes, please draw some labs. I want a trauma panel, a type and screen, a comprehensive metabolic panel, and let me know when those results are back, please.
Okay, big poke, Anne.
Her breath sounds are clear bilaterally. Abdomen is soft but mildly tender. And I'm going to take a look at this leg here now, okay? Yeah, she clearly has some arterial bleeding here. Can I get some more bandages for this leg? Okay. Can I have someone hold direct pressure over this bone on this leg, please? Thank you. Let's see. Her hemoglobin is 7, hematocrit of 21, platelets are low. She's very sick. Nurse, can you please go get some trauma blood, 2 units, and bring it immediately back to the trauma bay and hang that?
Okay, Anne, I have some medication for you, and it's going to help you feel better. Are you allergic to anything?
No, not that I know of.
You should be feeling better shortly with this medication, Anne. And it looks like you're losing too much blood. We're going to go ahead right now and give you a blood transfusion. There's a lot of risks associated with a blood transfusion, but I think in your case it's something you definitely need. Your parents have been contacted, they're on their way. I'm going to go and chat with them about everything that's going on, okay?
Oh my gosh, what happened? I gotta call my daughter. Was in an accident. Why is she here?
This is your daughter. Are you familiar with what happened so far today?
No,
Well, it appears that she was texting behind the wheel.
Oh my gosh, again, you just got a ticket last week. Oh my God.
Yeah. Well, it looks like she was actually thrown from the vehicle after she struck a pedestrian in the middle of the road. Our main concerns right now is her leg. I'll let you come and take a look at what's going on here and talk with her. Watch out for the floor here. So we're worried that she may need a transfusion, and but we're giving her some blood right now. Her blood pressure is too low and her heart rate is elevated, and we're worried that her body can't keep up with this much blood loss. And the leg is our main concern. We're looking at her options right now about her leg.
Options? What do you mean options? Are you going to amputate her leg?
We may have to amputate her leg in order to save her life. But let's have you stand back here while our nurses take care of her for a minute.
How you feeling, Ann? You doing okay?
Oh, I guess.
Her blood pressure is dropping.
Her blood pressure's dropped, her pulse has gone up. Will you go get the doctor?
Dr. Jones, we need you in trauma.
What's going on?
So her blood pressure dropped, she's got a faster pulse, and she's become unresponsive for
Is the
us.
blood going in?
It is, yes.
Okay. You know what? She can't take this kind of blood loss. She needs to go to the operating room right now. She needs an amputation of this leg in order to save her life. Nurses, let's go ahead and prepare the patient for the operating room.
Ready?
Matt, can you hear me? I think he can't respond. Dr. Porter, we need you back in trauma 1.
His breathing is rapid and shallow.
Patient's declining.
What's going on?
We got a blood pressure of 85/42 and a pulse of 165.
Matt, can you hear me? Yeah, he's going into shock. We're going to have to go ahead and intubate him. He's got severe head injuries too. He may be herniating on us. Sean, I'll talk to you in just a minute here. I've got to really focus on him for just a minute.
Okay.
Okay, let's go ahead and prepare the intubation as well with the bag. I'll go ahead and get the tube in. What he's completely flaccid. Let's go ahead and have the bag.
He was doing fine a second ago.
Well, he's been having a lot of trouble all along, Sean. Hold on just a minute. We'll talk to you. Go ahead and bag him. Let's go about 14.
All right, our pulse.
What
Our
we
pulse is at 170. His blood pressure is dropping to 72
Okay,
over 35.
go ahead and bolus that blood and put it on the pressure. Get it going as fast as you can. What is the rate now?
He's still at 175.
Okay, are we in a sinus rate?
Or a VTAC.
VTAC? Okay, we're going to have to go ahead and shock him right now. Let's go ahead and charge up to 200. Sean, his heart stopped. Let's have social work come down and help parents.
We're charged to 200.
Okay, I want everybody to clear. Everybody clear?
Clear.
We're still in VTAC. Let's go ahead and get a milligram of Epi right now, IV. Let's continue compressions. Keep going. Let's get that all the way. We got a good line. It's running well.
Doing all that we can, okay?
What's our rhythm?
We're still in VTAC, Dr.
Okay, let's go
Porter.
ahead and shock again.
Charge to 200.
Okay, everyone clear?
Clear. We're still in VTAC.
Okay, another round of Epi, another round of compressions. Go ahead and keep them going hard. Okay, our lines are still open and running well.
Yes.
Is he giving you any resistance on the back end at all?
Doctor, we're in asystole. Let's check for pulses.
Let's put this back real quick. See if you can get a carotid on him.
I don't have a carotid or a humeral.
Okay, go ahead and do one more round of compressions. Let's see if we get any different rhythm on this.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14.
Go ahead and run another of Epi. We'll prepare some bicarb as well. His pupils are fixed at this time. Okay, go ahead and hold. Let's see if we have any respirations. Okay, check for pulses, please.
Come on, Matt, you can pull through, come on.
No radio, no humoral.
Okay, I don't have any heart tones as well. There's no spontaneous respirations at this time. What have we got on the monitor? Are we still in asystole?
We're in asystole.
Does anyone from the code team have any issues with calling this code at this time?
No.
We're going to call the time of death 10:32.
Let's prepare the body, you guys.
He's not dead. Matt?
Sean, he has no respirations at all. He has no heart tones. There's no blood pressure. He's in a rhythm that's virtually 100% fatal at this point. There's nothing we can do. We've done, you watched us, we did everything that could possibly be done, but his injuries were just too severe, too significant.
His wife, I mean, his mother, she's not here yet.
We'll have social work come and help us out. We'll have you go with them. We'll have social work help you out. You go ahead and follow them.
Leslie, do you want to go with the family?
This will likely be a medical examiner case, so we'll have to keep him for a minute. Where there's been a case home.
Thanks again, and Johan is going to be introducing our speaker today.
So we have a great speaker that came all the way from Florida. Her name is Elissa Shee. Elissa Shee flew in from Florida to tell her a story about her 13-year-old daughter. Elissa's daughter lost her life due to drivers texting and driving. Please welcome out Elissa Shee.
Thank you for having me here. My name is Elissa Shee, and I'm here to talk to you and tell you about my daughter Margay's story. Margay was 13 years old. The crash that killed her happened in 2008, so she would have been a senior this year. Her life was cut very short. First, what we're going to do is we're going to play a video that I did for the Department of Transportation called Faces of Distracted Driving. We're going to play that, and then I'm going to ask you all some questions. I'm going to give you a couple of statistics, and then I'm going to share a book with you that Margay wrote. So if you could please roll that video. Margay was 13 years old. She had just started her 8th grade year. She was a fantastic student. She wanted to be a pilot. She loved animals. She loved people. She was just a great all-around kid. Margay, along with 21 other students, were on the bus, on her school bus, on their way home from school when they were stopped at a routine bus stop, and they were rear-ended by a man in a semi-truck traveling at approximately 60 miles an hour who says that he never saw the school bus. Margay was thrown underneath the seats of the school bus and was not able to get out. and the bus and the truck caught on fire, and Margay was killed in that fire. I feel that a big part of me died with Margay. It's completely changed my outlook on life. My son struggles very hard with it. It's just taking your world full of color, and then all of a sudden, everything is gray. I can't even say it's black and white. It's just gray. It's ugly. The year that my daughter was killed, which was 2008, almost 6,000 people were killed that year due to distracted driving crashes. It's not if it's going to happen to you, it's when it's going to happen to you or one of your loved ones. And believe me, you don't want to be in my shoes. No texting, no talking, hands-free, handheld. Just needs to be put down. You need to drive from A to B and let that be that. I ask that people, if they feel the urge to pick up their phone while they're driving their vehicle, they'll think about Margay laying on the bottom of the school bus. Distracted driving kills. Safe driving starts with you.
Okay. Can we put the lights on in the auditorium so that I can see the kids, please? Okay. I'm gonna ask some questions, and by you all raising your hands, I'd like you to raise your hands and tell me if any of the things that I'm gonna ask pertain to you. Now, remember, Margay was killed in 2008 when she was in 8th grade. So how many of you are seniors this year? So you would have been in 8th grade in 2008. So how many of you got to attend the 8th grade dance? Raise your hands, please. Okay. How many of you have gotten your driver's permits? Okay. How many of you are driving, full-fledged driving? Okay. How many of you have been to a football game or a sporting event in high school? Raise your hands. Okay. How many of you have gotten jobs? How many of you have been on your first date or are dating? How many of you are graduating this year? All right. And how many of you have been accepted to college? Okay. Now, I want you to think for just a second about the things that I just asked you, because these are all things that Margay never got to accomplish. Not even a dance. No driver's license, no sporting events, no job, no dating, no college. My daughter wanted to be a pilot. She was a straight A student. And not only did she want to be a pilot, but she wanted to be a fighter pilot. She wanted to be a Blue Angel. We're from Florida, and the Blue Angels are stationed in Pensacola, Florida. That was her dream. Her dream all came to a fiery end on September 23rd, 2008, while on her school bus, stopped at a routine stop, a man driving a semi-truck, an 80,000-pound semi-truck, decided that he would talk on the phone. He was not texting, he was talking. He had been behind the bus for over a mile and has openly admitted that he never saw the school bus. Do you know that if you talk and drive in a car, you are 4 times more likely to be involved in a crash? And do you know that if you text and drive in a car, you are 23 times more likely to be involved in a crash. That crash may take your own life, or it may take somebody else's life. Regardless of whose life is taken, the family is forever changed. I want to share with you guys this book that I found in Margay's room. I had no idea that she had written this book. So, she writes, she called this her guide of life, and she writes, life's not always perfect, deal with it. Nobody's perfect. You can't have everything you want. Love your family, they're all you have. Live happily and don't be a grouch. Love and cherish everything you have. Live healthy, eat healthy, be healthy. Respect your elders. This is the only life you have. Live like today's the last. Life is what you make of it. Be happy. Don't play with fire, you'll get burned. Love God, be thankful. Love is essential. Live, love, and laugh. Sacrifice, skate, surf, skimboard, exercise, sing. Music is one of the most important things to me. Stick with what you believe. No matter what happens, you will get through it. Come out of the cage and show your true personality. A true friend loves you for who you are and not what you look like. It's essential to have close friends to talk to. Make memories. Stuff isn't important, but memories are. Never let anything hurt you. Listen to your heart or trust your instinct. Just take your time. Smile. Time gets a little crazy. Time flies when you're having fun. Enjoy life. Have boundaries, but it's okay to break a couple of rules. Be aware of your surroundings. Chase your dreams, even if you do trip a couple of times. Show your inner beauty. Money doesn't make you happy. If it does, you don't know true happiness. Although rain clouds are blocking your view, you will have a beautiful rainbow after the thunder and lightning, and every girl deserves to be a Cinderella. Comedy is important because laughter is essential. Just because you're a woman, it doesn't mean it should hold you back. You are beautiful no matter what anyone says. Express your feelings through whatever you like. If someone says you're ugly, forget it. Inside, you can be the most beautiful person in the world. Happiness or sadness, there is usually no in between. Saying nothing may be the best thing to say. And everyone that has had a loved one that died just wants one more hug, kiss, or talk. So once again, cherish loved ones while you have them. Work hard and earn your stuff. Music is an art. Music matters. Express your opinion, not in a mean way though. Don't change for anyone. A picture does paint 1,000 words, and there's no such thing as a loser. It's just a person who came after first place. So we're going to show you 2 more pictures. These pictures are pretty hard to look at. However, this is the reality. Can you please change the picture? This is the reality of a distracted driving crash. Margay is on the left-hand side of the bus, right above the wheel well. Trapped. I don't have to say any more, right? That was from a phone conversation. Do any of you think that that man's conversation was worth Margay laying on the bottom of that bus? Can you go to the next picture? And that's what's left. That's all that's left. So, I want, real quickly, you guys to say something with me. I want you to repeat this. I want you to say it with all your heart, and I want you to think about Margay the next time you might be in your car and you might be tempted to use your phone, whether it's for conversation or for texting, okay? I want you to say, I'm going to say it first, and then on the count of 3, I want you guys to say it with me. Distracted driving kills. 1, 2, 3. Safe driving starts with me hanging up the phone. 1, 2, 3.
Safe driving starts with me hanging up the phone.
Thank you guys so much. And please, if you are ever tempted, I want you to think back to these pictures, okay? No phone call or text is worth a life. Thank you.
All right, so why'd you feel it was important to come do this presentation for us?
There's too many people that die each year from distracted driving, and as Weber State faculty, we thought it was important to come out into the community and spread the message.
The reason that we wanted to do this assembly is because people using a cell phone, whether it's to talk on it or to manipulate it to check their email, send a text message, read the news, whatever it is they're doing to manipulate it, has become one of the leading causes of traffic accidents and traffic fatalities, not just here locally but nationwide. And you're 23 times more likely to be involved in a traffic accident if you're manipulating a cell phone or any type of electronic communication device while operating a motor vehicle. It's a $310 fine if you get a citation for manipulating a phone in the state of Utah while the vehicle is in motion. So we're just trying to, we put this assembly on to try to bring the message to our high school students. It's not our intentions. We don't want to give them citations. We don't want to be finding ourselves in the hospital emergency room speaking with their parents and dealing with the reality of what distracted driving causes. We want to get the message out there and prevent these type of things from happening and encourage our high school students to just put the phones away while they're driving.
We have to realize that when we're behind that wheel, that's not the right place to be using that phone, and we can still be attached to it, but we need to know the proper time and place for it, and when we're driving isn't there. We don't want any student or family that is a part of Logan High School to be the next statistic in that.